Day 3. Still no changes. Okay, you know what? That's actually a lie. One thing has changed. My clothes. That's better than nothing, right? Day 1 and day 2, I had on an Iron Man shirt and PJs, and now I have on Homer Simpson and a gray tee. So, baby steps, I guess, when it comes to progress. Although this wasn't my initial shirt that I chose for the day, I am still having trouble keeping foods down, so I threw up on myself. But luckily I could keep liquids down, so, you know, thankfully, because I love drinking water, and I'm praying that the water stays filtered as long as it can, as long, I should say, until things go back to normal, which they will, you know, let's gotta stay positive. It sucks, man. I love eating. Like, if I eat something light, I would say like either saltine crackers or graham crackers. Like, I could keep them down as long as I don't eat too much of them. You know, before all this, I would like eat like those 2 packages of just saltine crackers, and I would just eat them because they're just so good. Even the unsalted ones. But now I have to like moderate it because too much and I start gagging. But you know, I am more glad to be able to keep my liquids down, because I don't know what it is. I'm sure other people had this issue, but like whenever I would throw up, no matter what position I was in, it would just always come out of my nose too. And oh God. Oh, I hate that feeling. But luckily, no one had to hold my hair back, so. One thing I think I forgot to mention was that there's also no animals around, wild or domesticated. Like, I'll still hear birds, you know, I'll still hear kind of like the scurrying of squirrels, you know, like in the trees, or at least that's what I think it is. Maybe it's just the wind blowing and, you know, me having hopeful thinking, wishful thinking. But, you know, every house and apartment that I was in yesterday and the day before, I saw no cats, no dogs, no birds, you know, in cages or whatever. Snake cages were empty. I stopped by a few pet stores, they were all empty. But just like with the city noise, I could hear the animals. I went to the dog park that's in my apartment complex, and even though I could hear the sounds of like, you know, like dogs running around and barking and just, you know, playing, it didn't sound like normal. So I was like right in front of the fence, like right in front of the door, the gate door, and for some reason the noise sounded like I was like just within earshot. It wasn't too faint, but like it, you know, the perception was wrong. Does that make sense? And that just got me thinking again. That's kind of what I do all day. I just think, oh, I didn't cry today. I did not scream. I don't know. I'm still afraid and just paranoid, but I just feel like I have a little bit more energy. A little bit more, I don't know. Am I getting used to this? Because that's not something that should be happening. But maybe like subconsciously, like my body is, I guess like maybe just somehow my adrenaline is kicking in, or just something, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it doesn't matter because there's no one here. There's nobody. I don't know why I can still hear birds chirping. Like, what the hell? Like, there's a big bush in front of my room, my bedroom, and I would always, just like once in a while, I would always hear like birds in the bush. And I mean, a few months ago, I saw like a little nest. I don't even want to say it was like a nest because I didn't see any eggs in there, but it just looked like a bird made it. And I heard them again. And it was just like, ugh. It was during the day, but like I didn't even go outside. Like I just opened my patio door, and of course not, because usually beforehand when I would hear them, I would look outside and I would just see them just like fluttering around the bush. Of course, they're not there, but I could still hear them. It's pissing me off. I also realized that I think this is the last day I'm going to call my parents, because that automated voice when someone doesn't make like a custom voicemail message, like that automated voice just gets on my goddamn nerves. It just sounds so like just every time I hear it, it just sounds more robotic. And it just, I don't want to say I'm angry at my parents, but I just wish, I wish that they made like their own custom voicemail message, That way, no matter how many times I would call them, I'd be able to hear them. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need is to just hear them one more time. Hey Drew, it's Pops. Hey, hi Drew, it's your mother. That's what she would always say. It's your mother. Like I had more than one. Oh man. I miss you, Mom and Dad. Damn. But I don't think I'd be able to call them after today. I have to. I don't think it's helping my health, honestly. It's making me more angry. Just thinking about that voice, that fake voice. It's just like, ugh. You think with all the advances in technology, they would just have someone just normal, like, hello, this is, you called whatever. Like why couldn't they have something just more natural? But hey, I'm sure if this didn't happen, things would be, I guess, progressing towards that. But, so much for that. So, I'm kind of putting, I haven't, what was I gonna say? I haven't been eating a lot, like I just said, but that actually made me realize that my food supply is low. And that's got me worried. But it's also got me thinking that at least I have 9 other units in this building alone that I can scavenge. Maybe I will tomorrow, I don't know, it's got me thinking, and like I realized that I could just like slow way down and not do everything at once. You know, I have all the time in the world. So I think I can make my my supply last for a few more, I don't want to say weeks, that sounds like a lot, maybe another week or 2, I don't know. If I'm not able to keep my food down, yeah, but you know, I think that'll go away soon. So let me set myself up for disappointment and call Mom and Dad one last time. The reason why I call him Pops and not Dad is because I remember my mom telling me that as far back as she can remember, just when I started...
Please leave your message.
Ow. When I started, you know, formulating sentences, I would always call my dad Pops. And she said just every time he'd come home, I'd be like, "Hey, Pops." So I don't know, it's just always stuck with me. Yeah. I mean, I would occasionally call him Dad, but it was just, you know, old habits are hard to break. And that was a habit, you know, I'm glad I didn't, because I remember a few times where, like, you know, just those like random memories that you have, like when you were really young. I do remember a few times calling him Pops, you know, and he laughed every time. Oh man. Whoops.
Please leave your message for...
Okay. One more time for you, Dad. What happened? Why didn't it ring? Why didn't it ring? I'm just gonna call my mom now. Why didn't it ring? Why wouldn't it ring? Did his phone die? That's weird. Okay, I'm not hearing you. Why didn't it ring? Whatever. Oops. I'm not even like expecting them. I feel my body like heating up, but I'm not expecting it. Man, I'm hungry as hell. But I'm more thirsty. I'm not hearing you. One more time.